Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rakuten Golden Eagles, episode number 2 on the Out of the Park Baseball 25 franchise. In this episode, we are doing our regular season reports, slash trade deadline slash end of season report. So we sit here after about the first month and a half of the regular season. We're sitting here near the end of May, about a month and a half until the trade deadline and the All-Star game and the trade deadline, and we're sitting fairly decently. Like, we've had a bit of a rough spell in the middle of the month. We're getting swept by the Lions, but we're honestly not playing terribly. We're 4 games back of the South Bank Hawks. Trey Mancini is hitting really, really well. The pitching is not that good this year, which is a bit concerning. The back end of the bullpen's fantastic. Like, Cha-Ho Sung is just shoving this 670 ERA plus. Yes, but the Fukuoka South Bank Hawks, that unsurprisingly, sitting in the division lead by about 4 games. But honestly, they should be about 2 games better than that, because they have an 82 run differential. So yes, they are quite good. In the Central League, the Giants plus 63 run differential, and their second place should pretty easily be in first place, because I'm not sure what they're actually called, but the Dragons are really they're basically, they've been pretty fucking lucky for the first 2 months. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned about the the struggling of the pitching, but we do have one of the best offenses in the league, so that's a good thing. Basically, the complete and total opposite of my Tigers game. Yes, but not really much else to say here. We're gonna move on to the fucking All-Star break slash trade deadline. We'll see. Okay, so we're here at the All-Star break. We sit at a record of 50-40, 10 games above 500, but 12 games behind the all-conquering Fukuoka South Bank Hawks, who are just killing us. These motherfuckers are really good. The one thing that is carrying us, though, is the fact that the Trey Mancini, this worked out fantastically. He's currently hitting to a 145 OPS plus. What is that? WRC plus 158. 11 home runs, a really high walk percentage. Like, he's crushing the baseball. He is. To edit that in this time. Yeah, I hope I actually remembered to edit that in this time, because there was a bit in the last episode where I just forgot to edit in the Barry Bonds gif. But yes. But let's go back. Let's go back to this. Okay. For us, our catcher. No, wait, that's not. That's Sendai. Save those are the Lions. But yes, we Trey Mancini made it. Our second baseman Uramura. Actually, I think he's our DH. Made the All-Star team. Moogie made the All-Star team, and I think that's it. I don't think any of our pitchers made it. No, wait, Kishi made it. So yeah, we have 4 All-Stars. Actually, we have 5 All-Stars, because Nick Turley also made it. So yes, we have 5 All-Stars, which makes sense, given that this team is, by and large, a good team. I don't think we're a world. I don't think we're a Japan Series team, but I'd say we're pretty good. If you look at the roster, most of the team's playing quite well, particularly Mancini and Moogie. Our middle of the order is just mashing. Our rotation's kind of struggled. Outside of, like, we have 3 good starters, but we also have 3 guys who are, like, awful. Somehow Cody Ponce ended up in the rotation, and he's pitching fine. Yeah, this team's doing okay. Did I expect us to be this good? Yeah, given that there's only 6 teams in the division, I was pretty much always under the belief that we could be in a playoff spot. Especially given that Chiba, Saitama, and Osaka have all been fucking horrible. Like us, Fukuoka, and the Ham Fighters are already are already in basically a very good spot to make the playoffs. It's just once we get there, will we be the second seed or will we be the third seed? That's really what I'm worried about. Um, we we definitely do have some stuff that we need to improve on at the deadline. Particularly, I just want to see if we can get another bat, like another bat and maybe another arm. But we'll see. Um, with that, we're gonna sim through the trade deadline. We'll see there. Okay, so we are at the trade deadline after getting our first tie of the season, where neither team scored through 12 innings. Japanese baseball at its finest. Uh, okay, but yes, we're still in second, 3 games over the Ham Fighters, while being like 13 and a half behind the Fukuoka South Bank Hawks. Just look at their fucking graph. Like, it was close for a few months, and then it just for a few weeks, and it was like woo wee 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 wee. I don't like that. But yeah, so what can we realistically do at this trade deadline? Let's see. Okay, so you want 2 of our better players for a mediocre older catcher. Okay, that's not gonna happen. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go all in on at this deadline too. Um, Marwin Gonzalez. Yeah, I can't really have him because he's not. Shogo Nakamura. I think this was the catcher that they were offering, but I'm not like. Do we have any prospects? Oh shit, we physically can't afford him. What? Okay. We're not really too fond on sending away our top prospect. Go. So that's like a. It's like a real prospect there. Yeah, so I could send like 3 mid-tier prospects who might end up actually being quite good to them for an actual catcher. Still though, he's not particularly all that good. My dog's staring at me like I fucking did something. What did I do to you? Somehow our catcher, despite being a much worse hitter, is put up more WAR than this guy. Okay, well, I'm taking this trade off the fucking table now. I guess we have a catcher who is just like a wizard behind the fucking dish. Yeah, yeah, that's fair. He's put up 1.9 fucking framing runs. He's decent defensively. So there's a trade I'm not particularly interested in. 2 mediocre prospects for a 41-year-old right-handed pitcher, and yeah, I'm not really. None of those trades speak to me really. Why are we getting fucking new notifications about the trade deadline in the U.S.? Yeah, I don't really care that the Yankees and Mets are thinking about making a trade. Fuck. Like, really, I just need a corner outfield bat. Not this guy yet. I'm assuming that he's on, like, the final year of his contract. No, he has 2 more. I don't think the Swallows are in it. No, they're actually awful. Okay. 3... Okay, what if I give you 2 prospects? Neither of which is particularly all that good. I can have the left fielder. Okay, there we go. I traded for an all-star, Nori Aoki. I actually do know who that is. Okay, who am I sending down to the minors? Ren Nawada. Get the fuck out of here. Is this actually Nori Aoki? Yeah, it is. Noriichi. I guess his name wasn't actually Nori. Oh, whatever. I know that for the longest time he was widely considered to be one of the best hitters in all of Japan. Um, who's my worst outfielder? Who's getting benched? I mean, he's 41. I'm surely he can't play center. No, uh, he's actually quite good. Has Oka even really produced? Yeah, he's been above average this year. He can't play center either. To be entirely honest, this guy can't really play center field that well. Okay, this guy's actually been awful, so I think I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna bench him. Um, yeah. Uh, like he was good enough to be an all-star this year, so yeah, there we go. We've made our first trade, and okay. What about pitchers? Is there any like good moves for a pitcher? Um, well, I think I'm more just looking for another reliever. Like the rotation's fine. I think I just want a reliever. Okay, that man has an ERA over 5. That man also has an ERA over 5. Okay. What about this guy? How's he doing? He has a much better FIP than his ERA. Okay, let's talk about this guy. Okay, trade away my starting center fielder. I don't think I'm gonna do that. No matter how bad he is, I don't think I can get away with doing that. What the fuck? Okay. Uh, yeah, we'll trade him this Kate guy, and boom, now we have a no. Okay, 2 deadline moves. Boom, there we go. I'm not worrying about anything else. We've had a successful trade deadline. At least as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sending this fucker to the minors so we can get just. And I'd prefer to have an extra pitcher. Yeah, it works. Not really going to show anything else. Partially because I have to get going right now. I've got a college class in like an hour. But yes, the trade deadline day has been completed. Apparently, there's 8 separate fucking phases in this one, so I'm just gonna skip the rest of these. But I'll see you guys for the end of season 1. So here we are at the end of the first season, and in between this and the trade deadline, I basically the entire day passed, and in that day we actually managed to get we managed to get photos for most of the team. This will also affect the Detroit Tigers franchise, but I'm already up to episode 34, 36, somewhere around there. So episode 37 will be the first one that actually has photos, unlike this. But let's see, how did this team manage over the course of this season? So Nori Aoki, while playing for us, Matt played in he put up an above average OPS and hit fairly well in 44 games. One of the best players in the league. Very good. Also, I should mention, we finished 85 and 50 with 2 ties. Second in the Pacific League, 7.5 off the Fukuoka South Bangkoks. We are heading to the playoffs and will face the Nippon Ham Fighters in the first round. But yes, Nori Aoki was decent. Hirito Kobaska struggled with the bat. Was he good with the glove? He was fine with the glove, but he wasn't like 85 OPS plus type defense with the glove in my mind. 85, yeah, it wasn't an 85 OPS plus type of glove. So, Hirohito Asayama, he had a very strong season. It looked better at the midway point of the year, but he put up 118 OPS plus. He was fine. Not the best player in the world, but he was simply just kind of a decent DH. Trey Mancini, you know what happened. You know what this guy's like. Okay, now that Gaijin Baseball is substantially triggered. But yeah, 184, 149 WRC plus, an OPS a tick under 900. He just mashed 17 home runs. Okay, he could have done to hit more home runs, but again, given how dead the ball is in Japan, it's not much of a surprise that he wasn't much of a power guy. Okay, let's continue on looking at the team. Igo Morgi, he actually had a really strong season. 5 WAR, 143 WRC plus. He hit 16 home runs. The guy mashed. How was his defense? Above average defense too. Very good for a third baseman. Very happy with how he hit this year. Yuya Ogo, I think that's his name. He led the team in home runs with 23. Yet again, just another strong hitting season on the team. 120 WRC plus. Not a good outfielder. Oh God, he was not a good outfielder. Might have to move him because that's not the type of outfield production I like. Outfield defense I like. Dachi Suzuki wasn't particularly good. 91 WRC plus though, and strong defense made him a somewhat valuable player. Ryosuke Tatsumi was not good. Still somehow a 3 WAR player. Yeah, I'm not. How is that a 3 WAR season? I guess 16. I guess being a 16 ZR player will do that. How the fuck was he that good in center? He doesn't seem like he should be that good in center. Whatever. Man, Hiraku? I don't know. Hikaru Oda. Hikaru, like the fucking chess player. Okay, Hikaru Oda was not particularly good. He was, yeah, no. a 7.7 WAR season. Could have done better there. A couple of our starters are in the bullpen. I actually had Cody Ponce starting games for some reason. Not sure why, but you can see the rest of the bullpen. I'm going to have a 5-man rotation next year. I know in Japan it's typical to have 6. I don't like it. It doesn't feel right. And I'm pretty sure the reason why they have the rotations the way they do... Actually, everybody's not off on Mondays in this. So, yeah, there's no fucking reason to have a 5-man rotation, to have a 6-man rotation. We're going to carry 5 guys and deal with the rest of them. Like a traditional American team. Again, I don't know how well trying to make this team act like a fucking MLB team, high powered offense with lots of pop and discipline, and having like a really strong lockdown bullpen with 5 elite starters is gonna go, or maybe 2 or 3 elite starters and like 2 back end of the rotation guys. Um, we're either going to be god awful or we're going to revolutionize the Japanese game, one or the other. Um, but Tanaka was very good. One of these guys was actually a starter this year, but I moved him to the pen because he was. I think it was him. Yes, he had a very strong season. The problem is, I'm keeping these guys because they all had better peripherals. Tanaka, it's solid season. I'll give him that. We did get a little bit lucky. I think we were 4 games better than our fucking Pythagorean, which God would I kill for something like that with the Tigers in my other series, because we have just not had any luck. Very strong hitting team this year. We were basically brought here to the playoffs on the back of our hitting. Our pitching was solid. We were definitely very clearly the second best team in the Pacific League this year. Very strong defense, despite having a guy with a negative 17 ZR on the team. So that's something. How did this happen? I don't. Oh God. But yeah, so let's see how the rest of the league went. So the Fukuoka Hawks obviously won the division. In the Central League, the Yomiuri Giants won the Central League pennant. The oh God, I don't know. The Dragons won the fucking second seed, and the Carp, who were fucking last at one point, managed to battle their way back to capture the third playoff seed. Damn. They had a horrible start to the year. Let's see. Expanded standings. Pre All-Star break. They were actually better pre All-Star break than post All-Star break. But yeah, the Carp kind of fluked their way in because the Bay Stars were a better team. Tyler Austin popped 29 home runs for them. That's nice. Damn, like, we had a fantastic season, and we finished. We had a 100 run differential less than the South Bank Hawks. Oh, God damn. That's going to be a tough team if we make it past the Fighters in the first round. Which we're a better team, but it's bad shit happens. The best team doesn't always win, and we're better than them, but there's a very strong chance of us not making it through. Statistics. Okay, it's taking longer than normal to load. Okay, we'll leave it combined because there's only 12 teams in this. The league leader in batting average was Koji Chikamoto. We had 3 guys on this list: Mogi, Mancini, and Aoki. Franmil Reyes hit 42 home runs. Huh? That's not normal. That is not a normal thing to do in this league. Good for him. Yomiuri Giants, Kazuma Okamoto hit 39. Aguilar hit 38. Dennis Santana, 35. 4 guys hit over 30 home runs. Tyler Austin, and the rest of these guys all hit less than 30. RBI, not a stat I really care about. OBP, we had 3 of the top 5 in OBP in the league. Aguilar, really good slugging from Mancini, but to even get into the top 10 here, but Aguilar led the league. Yuki, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name. led the league in OPS. WAR, same guy led the league in WAR. But Mancini and Mogi were both in the top 10. Sosuke Grunda? I don't know. That's not a set I care about. Koji led the league in hits. Narihara Watanabe led the league in runs. Mancini was second in the league in doubles, which he fucking mashed. He wasn't hitting home runs, but he was mashing the ball into the gaps. And just, okay, wrong guy. Coco Montes! I love that name. Fucking Coco Montes. Watanabe. Rest of the doubles guys. We led the league in triples with Dachi Suzuki. Total bases. Strikeouts. We had a guy who was second in the league in Ks. Walks. We had two guys near the top of the league. And Mancini and Mugi ranked near the top in a couple of these. Mancini had just a fucking fantastic first year in Japan. Pitching, Tanaka was near the top of the league in ERA. Wins, saves. We actually led the league in saves, which this will probably never happen again, because I don't like having a dedicated closer. Usually, I roll with two stoppers instead of having a closer. Nowhere in WAR. Damn, usually you get more than one shutout a year in fucking... Usually you get more than 4 shutouts a year in the NPB, but that's... Huh. God, there wasn't even that many complete games. Huh. Okay. As we continue to go through... Feels weird going through the pitching leaderboards and not seeing my guys fucking dominating it. I've gotten a little bit too comfortable with my Tigers series. Catcher ERA. All right, we had a very strong defensive catcher this year. It's just unfortunate that he couldn't hit. Oh god, I didn't mean to hit that. Okay. So with that all done, let us let's see the playoff bracket. There you go. Sendai and Fuku and God, I can't even remember. Hokkaido. So Hokkaido and Rakuten versus Hiroshima, and I don't remember the name. Whichever team wins this first stage will move on to the climax series, and then finally the Japan series. So I don't know. Good first season, I think, or at least it should be. Come back next time, and we will play through these first round to see if we make it to the climax series. Thanks everybody for watching, and goodbye.